Happy Friday.
I'm hoping we have our internet issues squared away. We've had them out. We've done all kinds of changes, and so far so good. It looks like it's running and going. So if you guys have any problem hearing us, or if we start getting blurry or something like that, I would love to know, because I think we've got it fixed, but we shall see, right? Let's get some hellos in real quick. Farm Ranch Homestead was the first one in the house. Good evening to you, followed by the Banquet of Consequences. Terminator, good evening to you. Midwest Ribeye, hello, hello. So they're out doing some weeding. Jean Mengue, hello, and welcome again. Eagle Lover, Texas, how are you? Eagle Lover says, howdy, prayers for Texas. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that hurricane. I've been following it pretty close. Okay. City Grins, good evening to you. Helen, good evening to you. Keep trucking down here. Dave and Sonia in Michigan, how are you? Everybody go check out that channel. Silver Lining, good evening to you. How are you, my friend? Long time no see. We miss you. Hope to see you soon. Where else we got? Hey, American Roots Farm is in the house. I'm going to talk about them some tonight. Skanes Girl, welcome. Carrie Davis, welcome. The greatest name on the internet.
Bubba.
Yeah, good evening to you, my friend. RN, welcome. Starla, I hope you're feeling good. I think I already said RN. Yep. LJC, how are you?
Friday.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Pack Rat, welcome in. Indiana Mike, ahoy. Hey, I wanted to give a public sorry out to Indiana Mike today. I was supposed to, we were going to go visit about a particular topic, and I just got behind, and I didn't pull it off, and that's not acceptable. I'll do better, but I'll take care of it.
You were working on your suntan? I see.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
I see you got like crow's tan.
Yeah, I got crow's tan.
Crow's nest.
If you didn't give me crow's feet, I wouldn't have crow's tans. Starts with you.
No.
Starts with you.
No, it's you're like squinting.
No.
That's what causes it.
No.
Get your eyes checked, buddy.
Not acceptable. His Highness himself, Gypsy 19, is in the house. Good evening to you. Juby Joe, long time no see, friends. Yep, super glad you're here. Bonnie, good evening. Ryan, good evening. Says Dragonfly is here for a little bit anyway. Got to take care of the Pops. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something. Pops is more important than anything we're going to be doing, right? Yep, my friend Zach is in the house. Unique Prepping, good evening to you. Meg Walker, good evening. I am glad. It says favorite way to spend a Friday evening. Well, I'm super glad that you donate your most valuable energy capital to sitting here and talking about freedom, and well, it matters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, energy is not free, and at the end of the day, it's more valuable than money. So I'm honored for that for sure. Karen, hello and welcome. I think I got caught up. All right, excellent. Anyway, guys, the internet. Vicky Pullen. Can't miss that one. Hello from Southeast Texas. Yeah, we're watching Beryl too. I think it's interesting that the hurricane's name is Beryl. But anyway, Leela, good evening to you as well. Yep, amen.
Yeah, so we've had the internet people out here twice this week, and they replaced our outside radio where it was mounted. They put a new mount, and instead of the side of the house where it was connected to the soffit, it is now directly on top of the 3-level house, and it's 13 feet tall. So just driving to the driveway is just this monstrosity of antenna with a circle on the top. Looks ridiculous. So I'm hoping that the internet issues are fixed. It's as awful as it looks on the very top of the house. A tripod.
Hey, Flammation Famous is in the house. Long time no see. I hope everything is great with you. Hey, One More Rock, welcome in. Kelly Ireland, welcome in. Lisa May, welcome in. I think I got everybody. Yep. Anyway, I'm caught up. Sorry. I don't want to miss anybody. Yeah, Cyclops Internet's exactly right. B is not very happy with the way that it looks because we have a tower now on the top of our house. But if it gets us internet, and then that's a wonderful thing, and we'll figure out what comes next. I still think we're going to make a big change here, but we'll just have to see how it goes, kind of as time goes on.
Yeah, we may still end up needing to get a different carrier.
Yeah.
Depending upon how this works out.
Yeah. But anyway, at least for the moment, right?
We have signal.
It appears to be working, and it appears like you guys can all see me. And so, yeah, Karen's got a great point. She says, just paint a big smiley face on it.
Right.
You could date it, or you could decorate it like a big Christmas tree at Christmas time or something.
I don't want to. What a waste of electricity.
Yeah, you know you live off grid when your wife says that decorating a Christmas tree is a waste of electricity.
Decorating with Christmas lights outside, yeah. I could see if you're going to sit there and look at it, but if it's outside and you're inside, and you live in the country, not close to the road, why? What a waste.
One more rock says your house will look like you have extra surveillance.
Ugh, it's so bad.
Yep, Zach says, where's Zach at here? Zach says he's got a camping video coming soon. Oh, cool.
Oh, good.
Cool. We'll have to go check that out. The beautiful Louise Wesley's in the house, and she said she's sorry she was late. She was out mowing.
Mowing?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it said moving.
Mowing.
Although
both would be kind of relevant.
Yes, and she has a lot to mow.
Yep, one step closer. How are you, my friend? Yep, Alien Landing Strip, says Skanes Girl. Anyway, we're happy to have internet back again, and I uploaded my presentation tonight, no problem, and I didn't have any issues. When normally it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So which was good.
Perfect.
Yeah. I did another video this week on Star of the Beast. So Star of the Beast 16 came out, and we were talking about the right and the left side of the brain, which is something that I've always been fascinated with. I hope you guys had a chance to check it out.
Did you get the there was a message that came, the app or whatever that you use to upload that. I got a message on my phone that said it was
demonetized.
Something was wrong with it.
No, it was demonetized.
I thought it was unmonetized anyway because there was music in it.
Yeah, they didn't. Apparently, they don't like the music. They don't like something. So yes, but the truth is, I don't care.
It said that there was a warning on it or something.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. They can piss up a rope. Mm-hmm. Jane Bannon, good evening to you. Hey, Tra, how are you, my friend? Check out everybody. Yeah. So it was good. And I don't care about the monetization. YouTube's getting to a point where, and I have a lot of really good friends who are content creators. There's really no money in it.
Well, I don't know. Some people say they make a lot of money. We do not, but we don't do as many videos as they do either.
Yeah. No, but it's good. It's good. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep spreading the message until they kick me off. So
yeah.
And then I'll go build something. So life will be fun.
Yep.
Hey, I thought I would kind of start tonight with something that's close to my heart and that I'm super, super proud of, and that's our community is winning big, and we're winning on a lot of fronts. And I could tell a lot of stories, and and I'll kind of go into it just a little bit. But we have homesteaders who have closed on land this week. We have homesteaders who have a contract's been accepted this week. We have homesteaders who are finally here permanently after a year fight or a 2-year fight to get everything put together. And they're here and they're, waging the battle every single day. And it's so fun to watch them, all these new people come in. Let me back up before I go to that point. We have homesteaders who have already built houses who are now taking that next step.
New level.
Right. New level, new devil.
Everyone around us is leveling up.
Everybody is leveling up and in big ways. And it's powerful for me to watch. And, we just try to keep up with it kind of, really, because there's a lot that's going on,
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
This is like Grand Central Station out here. I'm running up the driveway and then there's a lot going on.
Yeah. But super exciting. And I can't tell you how proud I am of all these people. And, they had to take these big jumps of faith, and it's scary. It's scary to leave the world, that what you've grown up in your whole entire life, and you're taught, that having the Tahoe and having the coach purse and this is what you're supposed to be striving for. And you're told that, to trade houses every 5 years because you deserve better. And then to go to a totally different life where you're only accountable to yourself, and you're and you're going to win or lose based upon your own accord. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Mm-hmm. And to change to that life and to take those blind leaps of faith takes a lot. And, I just can't tell you how proud I am of that courage, because that's just simply not easy. Get somebody calling you?
Yeah. The same number just called me twice.
Mm. Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to just say that I can't tell you how proud I am of everybody. It's been a lot, continues to be a lot.
But it's fun watching them.
It is absolutely
they all take
fun
their
watching
own
them.
little adventure. Nobody sees it all the same. So you got some people who are like, I gotta go. And then there's some people who are like, it'll happen.
Yeah.
And then, and everything in the middle.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's fun watching them progress and level up and being here to help and watch.
Yeah, we have a couple who's here who had bought land, who'd closed on land and all of that stuff. And they're just beginning the construction process. They're, living in a camper, and it's been fun for me to watch them get air conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, something so simple, or heat or, be able to run a refrigerator,
water.
Just these small little things. And I look back at our days, years ago when we were showering outside because everything wasn't in place. We didn't have infrastructure. We didn't have those kinds of things, but it's very powerful to be part of it, and it's powerful to watch. And I'm super glad I could play a little role in all of it. And I really am.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. People's lives are changing every single day, and they're becoming freer every single day. And it's just completely badass. I don't know another way to say it. Kelly says, how's the river doing? On my way out to Washington, we went through Auburn, Nebraska, and the river was up over the bank. Where we're at, we're okay. But yeah, you get up north into Nebraska, Iowa, even Minnesota, South Dakota, and they're having massive,
flooding,
flooding issues. Yeah. Oh, I got to get back up here because I don't want to miss anybody. But yes, it's super exciting. Juby Joe says, level up means what? So for us, what it means is, we have a saying in the community called new level, new devil. And what it means is that every time you take that next step, so like in the beginning, like I was telling you about that couple who lives in a trailer, a camper, basically, on a beautiful piece of land that they're going to grow into a homestead. They leveled up by going from having a camper to being able to produce their own power, right? That's a new level. Now, with that new level, a new devil is presented, right? And you have a new set of challenges that you got to overcome. And then pretty quick, it will be off-grid water. They'll be able to move water, not just into their own camper in existence, but throughout the farm. And then pretty soon what happens is they break ground on some footings because they're going to put a building up, and then they've got another level, and they keep leveling up and leveling up. It's kind of a gamification term, but we watch for it here, and it makes me smile every time I see them get there.
When somebody accomplishes a task that they're working hard to get done, they accomplish it.
Yeah,
that would be they leveled up, they finished it. But then now the new devil was like, so like I got this task fixed and finished and learned about and working great. And now it's like, God, now what? This new item that I have to focus all my attention to. So that was leveled. I've leveled up, and now this is the new devil that I'm fighting now, which could be, the garden, could be water, could be a system, could be pests. Right. Yeah.
Well, remember, we have some good friends who have a tiny house on a huge piece of land, and every time it rains, they can't get to it because it's just it's muddy. And if it snows, they're not getting to it, and then they're not getting to it. Well, anyway, they got about, I don't know how much it was, 500 feet of road put in, of gravel put in. Now, this doesn't get them all the way back to where that is, but it gets them a ways down in there.
They're off the main road.
Right. So now, instead of carrying a 2x4 for a quarter mile, they're carrying a 2x4 for an eighth of a mile. Right.
Or a wagon.
Or a wagon or whatever it is. Right. Super exciting. Ryan says, we're hoping to break ground in the next couple of weeks. Very excited. Congratulations to you. Right. Level up. Oh, yeah. American Roots. There it is. New level, new devil. Yep. 100%. And it's absolutely worth the jump, Redneck. It is worth the jump. It's hard and it's challenging, but it's amazing. Skanes Girl says scary and exciting at the same time. The scary part is so important. And you guys might not know this about me. And I've said this to a few of my friends, but I'm still scared. I'm 5 years into this journey. I have a big, beautiful house. I'm 100% off grid. We're sitting here in the air conditioning right now. Right. I have multiple water sources. We've got things going on all over the place. Got, 2.5 years worth of wood put up, and I'm still scared. Can I do it? Can I pull it off? So I think that's normal. And I think maybe that fear is healthy. I think that fear keeps you focused. And I don't know if you know this or not. Did you know that the CIA, when they recruit members, one of the things they're looking for is people who suffer from anxiety. Because when you have anxiety, you focus on your threats around you. You're uber aware of what's going on around you. And so I think a little bit of that anxiety and a little bit of that fear is healthy for all
Like
of us.
paranoia.
Not necessarily paranoia, just you're just sensitive to what's
Anxious.
going on. Yeah. Super cool. One Step Closer says, tag ain't that the truth. I don't know what worried me more last week, wondering if our offer would be accepted or rejected. And it's totally true because now, because he mentioned it, I feel like he's given me the permission to mention it. So One Step Closer put an offer in, and they accepted his offer. But what he's saying here is part of him hoped they rejected it, because once they accept it, now you're in. Now it is what it is. It's the clock starts ticking, and now it's on. It's kind of hard to get out of. Kind of got to continue down that road. Hey, Easy, welcome. Make sure I got. There you go. Juby Joe says the purses and boots don't matter anymore. No, they don't. I wish I could have all the money back on the purses and boots I purchased. Yeah, here you go. Bird's Eye View says it's the hardest thing I have ever done. It is hard, and it's hard on a whole bunch of levels. But I would be curious. Bird's Eye View, isn't it not also one of the most rewarding things you've ever done? I mean, as you look at the process, because that's how it works for me. It's hard. I worked all day today. I was out in SB. I woke up, got dressed, walked out the door, and I did not come back in until it was time to get ready to do the live. I was out there all day long.
You got sunburned on your face.
I worked all day long.
Yeah, on the concrete.
Yep.
Which really reflects that heat back to you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bird's Eye View with her, they're right in the middle of it still. So it's probably
they're pretty far,
a little overwhelming.
Probably, but they're not at the beginning.
No.
They know where they're going to lay their head. They're a long ways. Yeah.
Way far into it, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, WA, welcome. Tambra, welcome. I think I got everyone. I try super hard not to miss anybody in here. One of the hardest job positions is to be your own boss. It is, but it's also one of the most rewarding. I'd never go back to punching a clock. Zero chance. The other thing about new people who come in and move to this part of the country, and this isn't true for all of them. It depends upon where they come from. But if they're coming from the city, if they're coming from the zoom, and they're coming from, the what I would consider the keyless entry culture, where you push a button and life happens. Yeah. That's a little different when you get out into the Midwest a little bit, right? Because you can't just pick up the phone and call and get something. It's not the way it works.
No.
I can, there's times where, like I say, I'll need gravel and I'll pick up the phone and I'll call. And some people think, well, it's showing up today. And how it really works. It could be 2 weeks before I get it. You've got to plan ahead. You want a well dug, you might be on a waiting list for a year.
Years.
Might be. You want a permit, right, to build something. You're not getting it today.
You're not walking in there and getting a
septic permit or something. You can get a building permit the same day sometimes. But so it's a very different life. But then there's a whole nother side of that. And I'm actually going to share a story with you guys. So, and I'm not going to, again, use their name. I don't know, because I don't know if they want me to tell the story. If they do, they can tell it on their own channel or on their own thing. But so one of these homesteads was gifted a whole bunch of chickens and turkeys and a pig, and they're not ready for it. But this opportunity dumps it in your lap, right? And you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to scramble. So we said, hey, we've got some calf huts that B and I bought at the auction. We don't really use, we don't really need. Why don't you use those as temporary housing? Put a little fence around them until you can get infrastructure put in. So anyway, that was cool. Rock on. So they had come over, and we had loaded a calf hut in the back of their truck, and they took off
down the road
to go do their thing. Well, somewhere along the road, it blew out of the back of the truck, landed in a ditch. But it was just the wife by herself, and now she's pulled over with this calf hutch in the ditch and trying to figure out how in the world
am I going to haul that up out of the ditch?
Get this up out of the ditch and back into the truck.
Back in the truck.
And you know what happened? People stopped. People turned around and came back and said, "Hey, can I help you?" A woman. Well, there was more at the end, but the first person to turn around was a woman.
Oh, right.
Right. And so this lady and this woman, the stranger woman, drug this calf hut out of the ditch and got it loaded back, into the truck.
Yeah. And by then 2 other cars had stopped, and then hollered, glad you got that back in there.
Yeah. By name. And so it's different, yes, you're going to give up some of the quick,
instant,
but what you're going to gain on the backside is something totally different. And
community.
You know, it was funny when I was talking to her about this. She had shared with me last night about. Oh, I need to make sure I don't lose that. Sorry, I don't want to lose my place because I got some more hellos. But we were talking about this. It was interesting to me because she had said to me that when the lady had turned over, her instincts were that she was going to ridicule her, that she was going to make fun of her for losing this calf hut when she was just stopping to help. And it's so weird how, depending upon where you live, and you know, they were telling me where they come from, that nobody would have stopped.
Help. Yeah,
nobody would have stopped. They'd have flipped you off, said "F off," get out of the way, dumbass, you know, or whatever it is. And so it was super cool. I can't, and I know you're listening. I can't tell you how cool it is you got to experience that. And, you know, I hope you spend a lot of time, you know, contemplating what all that was.
Yeah.
Because that is a big freaking deal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge lesson in all of that, not just for personal growth, but just for safety and feeling safe and feeling like you're in, you know, you're kind of in a little bit of a different place.
Oh, I thought you meant like the lesson would be that's how you're getting your nickname.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's those lessons
I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah. Hey, Tom Schill's in the house. Good evening to you. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Chris Watkins, good evening to you. Okay, cool. I think I'm caught up. Oh, Tamara Smith, good evening to you as well. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry. I wanted to catch up with everybody. But what would you take anything from all that?
No, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I've had...
You know, people watch like I do. But, like, is that a powerful thing to you? Like that story, when she was telling me that story last night, about the calf hut, and more important than the calf hut, that wasn't so important, but the story of how she felt when someone turned around or when someone pulled over, you know, that the first instinct is to go, hey, you know,
to snap back,
mm-hmm. Because that's what we're taught.
Yeah.
That's what life is like there.
Yeah. Well, when I got stuck up in the driveway and the stranger who ended up being our neighbor came and tried to help me, my first thought was, you know, he's here to push me in his car and take me.
Yeah. Right.
So like, okay, pistol. Okay.
Right. Juby Joe says, I stop myself at judgment and it is so difficult. Oh, it's incredibly difficult, especially when you spent all of your life learning those lessons. And then all of a sudden you're, you know, expected not to have those lessons. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I think we're taught to look for the bad
yes.
in all scenarios and people.
Yeah. Hey, Hippocrates is in the house, and the instigator wants to know, was the phrase "bless your heart" uttered?
Bless your heart.
Yep. I don't know if that phrase was uttered, but many pleasantries were. They actually introduced themselves and, hello, I am, and you are, and shared, niceties, and, you know, and I promise you, we live in a small enough community. Those two are going to run into each other at Walmart.
Probably.
Someday, or, you know, the farm and home store or somewhere, they're going to run into each other. And how cool is that? I think it's just super powerful. Harry Kent Hempworth, how are you? Good evening to you, my friend. Hey, Lisa May, good evening to you as well. All right. Yeah, hey, by the way, I never told you guys this, but I love it when someone pops into the live and you guys all say welcome.
Yeah.
I've never said thank you for that. I've noticed it. You've been doing it since the very beginning of the channel, but it's really cool. I mean, it's really, really cool. And you guys should be proud of yourselves for that you're part of the solution instead of part of the problem. You know, when someone come in, you didn't ridicule them. You pulled over them to help them load them a calf hut. Badass. You know, I'm proud of you guys for that.
Do you say hi, Dana Green?
Did I miss somebody? Who did I miss?
Dana?
I don't know if I said hi to Dana or not. You want to say hi to Dana
Lisa.
again? 1, 2, 3. Hi, Dana. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Dana. Who else did I miss?
Lisa May.
Lisa May. Nope. I said hello.
Oh.
Yep. I think I got all of them. Chris says, tag y'all going to Camden, Tennessee at the next SRF. I don't know yet. You know, they've offered
when is the
for
next
me to,
one?
it's in October.
Okay.
For me to come speak. I'm trying to finish up some stuff here that I've got going on because my hands are just so buried right now. But I might, you know, I've got a couple invitations out there. Well, here's the thing. This community wouldn't be what the community is if I wasn't out there traveling.
Right.
You know, now I want to make sure I really stress what I mean by that. The community is a great community is not because of me. It's because all of these great people who work hard together and all of that. It's just when I get out on the road, it's what brings them through the door.
Well, I think that they get to see you and it's a real thing. And it's like, Like when the one fella came and looked at not looked at our property, but he came and he was introduced to us, and he said, "It's good to see that it's not all perfect." And I'm like, no, we live in our house and it gets dirty and there's all kinds of stuff all over. And, we try to make videos and make things look okay. But no, we have footprints and dogs in the house. And
but I want to make sure
trash is full.
I want to make sure that I'm stressing the community being a great community isn't because of me. It's just in a lot of cases, it's where it began. The community is a great community because when someone needs help, people go.
Yeah.
And when someone needs
a
lot of people, and when somebody needs a shoulder to lean on, people are there.
Yeah.
And if somebody needs something, people are there. They are what make the community special, not me. It's just a lot of it began, because I was speaking somewhere. I was on stage. I got off stage. I had a conversation. That conversation over months and months and months led to maybe I'll look at land, led to buying land, led to building a house or whatever it is. But the credit belongs to people in the community, not me. But it does sometimes.
People in the community make it the great community.
That's right. LJC says, I met you at SRF. That's how it all began. It is. It absolutely is. Terminator says, Tag, I'm on with Chelsea from Little Mountain Ranch. She has a lady. Her name is Jen Gertz, and we are talking about using herbs. How wonderful is that?
Is that tonight?
Yep. I think the community up in Canada, they do a live chat on Friday nights, if I remember correct. Let me see here. Oh, Gregory Kissel, although it's not Greg. It says, hello, this is Susie. Greg is doing cattle chores. Susie, how are you? Hey, will be cool. Welcome. It says, driving through a monsoon. Tag, we greet each other because, like Tamara said, everyone here is family. We enjoy each other's company as we enjoy yours too. I know that. And I know that you guys do it with 100% the best intention in the world. I've just never thanked you for it. I never took the time to say, hey, it's like pulling over on the side of the road to pick up a calf hut. Thanks, right? It's just really cool. I appreciate it, Chris Watkins says, I love it when you come and speak. I really enjoy it too. And I really like SRF. It's a good festival. It just takes me off what I'm doing. And obviously I'm spending resources to do it and all of those things. But I need to get out. I have not done many this year. And it's time for me to get out probably. But just again, it's a lot of stuff. Harry says, Tag, really enjoyed your right-left brain discussion. I am an oxy generation and very right-brained, but very conservative in every way, trying to wake up my left half, though. Oh, it's super important. We get so caught up into the order and, dress right dress that the system gives us. And, because of that, it's easy for us to be manipulated. And we need the creative side back out. We need art. We need home ec, we need welding class. We need to get those classes back in there. In fact, I'll argue you'll touch more kids long-term with a welding class, than you ever will with Algebra 7. My opinion only, but all right, what do we got here?
I can see that though.
Hey, Kelly Ireland, how are you? Let me see here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody now. I think I'm caught up. I'm caught up, right?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, one step closer said welding and home economics. I agree. And I think that really matters to try to get some of that art back into our lives and, get out and build something. It don't even matter if it'd be perfect. I guarantee you the second one you build will be better.
Yeah.
You get out and
the third would be even better.
And the third will be even better
every time you do it.
Right.
And you learn new tricks.
Go plant a tomato plant. Watch it grow. And if it fails, the next one will be better.
Or help somebody else build something.
Or help someone else.
Then you learn how they do it. And then you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Yep. Yeah. Says the man with a welding protege. Well, I got some welding that needs done, actually. I got some, but anyway. Yeah, Farm Ranch says auto shop and wood shop too. 100%. Yep, 100%.
Yeah, especially like auto shop. There's like here, there seems like there's always something broke down.
Yeah. That's just part of the process. Like I kind of expect it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, real quick before we get off the topic, I want to just put a big congratulations out to, all of the community here who welcomes everybody in, but our community here too, who's winning on every front. Hang in there. I know it's hard. Invest in each other. Understand you're all going through it together, and the pressure can mount.
Yeah.
We can bitch at each other and moan at each other because everybody has different ideas. We can go through all of the things. Just remember, you're in this together. And, sometimes you got to compromise. And if everybody's compromising, you'll find the middle ground all of the time. But we're in this together, and just hang in there. Viola, hello, says, I just watched Star of the Beast 16 and wow, what a powerful video. Thank you very much. I really like doing those kinds of videos. The problem is they take a lot of time. So it will take me a complete work day to do one of those videos because I do lots of research and I try to make sure that I'm not misquoting something, but I really love that. Tag, have Jeremy show you some of his daughter's welding. I'm hoping they demonstrate it right here on the farm, actually.
Right? Yeah, have her do it. Maybe she can come and teach a class.
Yeah, Wes says, I'm available for welding, just waiting to hear back from you. Yeah, but I just haven't had time to deal with it, to put a list together. But yeah, let's talk soon. Again, I've just been buried. We have a welding shop that does classes for homeschoolers. And last week, they were so excited that one of their students who showed up with his truck decked out in welding gear. Welding is a great skill, you guys. I don't know what I would do not being able to weld.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it for all kinds of things. The littlest things, I had a deck on a lawnmower brake, which is what started me in welding. And I got to fix it. I got to figure it out. And now, I mean, I built.
Well, for the longest time, you used a hinge.
For a long time, yep.
Door hinge.
Yeah. So the deck broke, the L bracket broke. And so I just put a hinge in there and bolted it in. And it lasted for a while.
Long while.
But hardly anyone younger than me knows anything about using hand tools or power tools. Those are things learned in shop class. In case you're wondering, I'll be 57 in a week and a half. Well, happy birthday for sure. And next week, this is a week and a half. So I'll have to get you a happy birthday when that week comes. Scainsville says she's about to teach herself. Yeah. Wanted to weld art. I am super excited someday about being able to build yard art. B is not so much. But I would totally build a gigantic Tyrannosaurus Rex in my woods.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be collecting scrap metal until you decide to use it all up on a sculpture.
Yeah. Well.
No. Can't keep everything.
Yeah. Harry says, I intended to type octogenarian, co-founded spelling grammar, and it's interfering. Yeah. Yeah, that's good news is I didn't know what the first one meant, and I don't know what that one means either. So just playing, bud. Midwest Rabbi says, is your community planning on setting up a group homeschool? We are. We actually have lots of discussions about these kinds of things. And what we're really hoping is when we continue to grow, that the homesteads take on a very particular role, each one of them. There's a homestead, for example, here that really wants to build a library. And I will donate a ton of books, and we will fill that library, a place where people can check books in and books out. The community building, which I'm going to show you guys lots of pictures as well on its way, that community building will serve as a homeschool if we need it to. It'll serve as a church if we need it to. It'll serve as a party center, potluck center. It'll serve as a place to do classes. It'll serve as a place to process foods. It'll do a lot of things. So we're well on our way that way, for sure. What do we got here? It's nice to have people who can weld around you. People who have pacemakers cannot weld. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skanes Girl says, I got a lot of scrap metal, B. I got a lot too, and Yeah. Let me see here. Jimmy Joe says, stick welding could be a challenge. Buy an X-ray welder. Well, I can stick weld and I can MIG weld. What I've never done is TIG welding. Which I'd like to. When I was a kid back in the 50s and 60s, on the weekends, the teenage boys would hang out together and work on their cars. I love that. I love hanging out with the guys. I've got some really cool friends down here where we can hang out. And if you guys remember from previous videos, there was a time not long ago that Indiana Mike and Mario, the flute man, we were down running plumbing, and it was literally just poking fun the whole time.
Yeah.
Today I got to hang out a lot with Jesse. And so Jesse belongs to Callie. If you guys remember Callie from The Boy and 7 Billion. So he was out helping me today there at Cali Water. And I also had MC Sausage. Some of you guys know him as Joe from American Roots, was out, and Marshall was out. And we worked on the community building a bunch today. But it was fun. We just cranked up the radio and, cut wood. Yeah, me and Marshall pretty much made fun of Joe the whole time. But it was fun. you know.
Come on now.
Yeah, One Step Closer says, I'd love to help with the school. I can teach economics and algebra. Heck yeah. And we would take it, right? Pack Rat says, yay tag, yay tag, yard art, another excuse to stay out of the dollar boxes. Yeah, at the old farm auctions. I agree. And I have a huge pile of scrap metal. That big T-Rex yard art, if tall enough, could hold an internet antenna. See?
Get it off the house.
Yep. Mossy Oak says, gym question. See, this is another great example. You know, we can use the community building for a gym to teach self-defense, to teach martial arts, to teach those kinds of things. Or we can also maybe in 4 or 5 years grow to where a homesteader has a building that's designated for that.
For a gym? Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I got a treadmill.
Yeah.
But then they'd have to have, like, just to run that treadmill, just to run some of the, I guess that's the only electrical stuff.
It'd be fine.
You can get a bike that's no, and you can get a treadmill.
Put a big solar system in, you'll be just fine. The sun was out. If the sun's out there blaring, it will run everything.
The sun's out there blaring. Maybe you should be out running in the field.
RN says, tag, I used to think my yard.
My yard.
My yard. Yeah, GB Joe said, I loved hanging out with you guys too. I love it. It's so much fun. And I take great pride in it to sit back and just watch it, you know. Tag, I have an antique lantern that needs some places welded. Just saying, yo, yes, you do. And that's a really pretty antique lantern.
That one?
Yeah,
I thought that was copper or something, wasn't it?
I can't weld copper. I don't remember what it was made out of, but.
You're talking about the garage sale lantern? That beautiful.
Yeah, Juby Joe says she'll drive the heavy equipment too. And there's plenty of that out there that needs done.
Maybe she could have helped with the banana.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Dang, I used to think my yard was a mess. Now I just call it yard art.
Oh, that's what
that's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, Gregory says, I love the idea. I mean, it's not Gregory. Well.
Yes. Gregory, not Gregory.
It's the Kissel clan, right? I love the idea of homeschooling. I taught at special needs school. I loved it. Such a need for all children. Oh, I agree. Absolutely agree. Hey, Mary Michelle's in the house. Good evening to you. Gardens for Life's in the house from Ireland. How cool is that? Yep. Hey, Gardens for Life, you got a YouTube channel? Let me know if you do, and we'll get people over there. Yeah, and Silver Lining says, yes, it's that garage sale one. Hey, Postmodern Soapbox, how are you, by the way? Says, I taught cooking and Viking culture for homeschooling. Oh, that'd be so cool. And art and storybook writing. Yeah, we can absolutely do this. We just got to make it important, right?
Viking culture.
Yep. Hilltop Home Place. Hello, how are you? Welcome. All right, super, super cool.
And every time you say Hilltop Home Place, I think save the turkey carcasses.
Save them?
Save the turkey carcasses. Don't you remember that video she did? Thanksgiving time?
Mm-hmm. You have any idea how many videos I watch?
Yeah, but how many Save the Turkey Carcasses videos can you watch?
I don't know.
Just one.
Just one, apparently.
Yeah.
We're going to get on to the next topic, but really quick, I just want to congratulate One Step Closer. I want to congratulate Callie Blackwell. I want to congratulate American Roots. I want to, congratulate all of them and many, 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 many others, and there's people on here, Mossy Oak Parrot and Indiana Mike
Gypsy.
And Gypsy and Louise. Oh my God. You want to talk about a journey?
Mm-hmm.
Those people could write a freaking book, right? I mean, LJC and ACM Homestead and, the Grumpy Clan. And I mean, there's so many, Bullet,
Did you say
and his
ACM?
family. I did. There's just so many of them. And I forgot somebody. The Rocky Top Ranch is another one.
Yep. The horns.
Yeah. The horns. Oh my goodness. Right. That have made these huge strides at getting free. And I just can't tell you guys how proud I am that they're all winning. And because they're winning, I'm winning.
They're all taking upon challenges and succeeding.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to be part of it and amazing to watch. Hey, Gardens for Life.
Hacks, thank you.
Oh, Hacks for the Homestead. There's another one, right? That you want to talk about the freest people I know. Go to Hacks for the Homestead YouTube channel. And I mean, you want to talk about inventive, right? This is kind of what I mean by they're the freest I know, and for a whole bunch of reasons. But anyway, so Gardens for Life says, yes, indeed. We teach growing food, herbs, using low maintenance, no dig, and forest gardening.
So all that.
So I don't know if one of the moderators in the house tonight can find the channel and post a link, and we'll get it posted up here on the screen, Gardens for Life. But I think that's absolutely wonderful.
I don't know if we have any moderators in.
I don't know if we do or not. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's moderators in here. If there is, if we could find Gardens for Life, I could look it up too.
Yeah.
But probably. Oops.
Anyways.
I almost turned the screen off. Look at that. But I'll get it over here. If they don't post it pretty quick, I'll there you go. No, you got to go to YouTube first, pumpkin button.
Well, I don't have the cursor.
Here. There you go. Go to YouTube.
Oh. Come on, man.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, stop right there. Okay, let it load. There you go. There you go. Type it in right there, pumpkin. I love my wife. I love her. There we go. I think I found it.
Is it the same picture? It is the same picture.
Yep.
That helps.
Yep, here we go. Okay, so
Oh.
1 second here.
Sorry about that.
Got to find the link in here. Where's the YouTube channel? Oh, right there. I don't want.
You're copying and pasting it?
Yeah. You didn't know I could do that?
No, I did. Look, watch.
Why won't it let me do it?
Oh, it won't. I thought you were doing it wrong.
Of course you did. Why would you think anything else?
I don't know.
Okay, not that. All right, I'll get it. I'll get it.
I thought maybe somebody else would have already. Oh, look.
Share channel.
Look.
Copy channel ID.
Garden
Oh
for
my
Life
goodness. And you know what's crazy is they're not moderators. They could type it in there faster than I could copy and paste it.
I didn't know that non-moderators can. Oh yeah.
Well, you could type it in.
You could just type it in.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll put that up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it will work just fine. Gardens for Life. Absolutely fine. All right. I need to figure out where in the world I left off at. Okay. Oh yeah, here's a good one. One Step Closer says we need to have someone sit down and collect Terminator stories and turn them into a children's book. The Adventures of Lucy and Poopsie. Yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, how cool. Oh, wait, what's going on? Terminator says, took me 30 minutes to get back in the chat.
That's not Terminator.
Terminator Banquet. What happened, I wonder? Wow. Okay. We made some ground there. All right, I'll put this back up here while we're chit-chatting. Until I put something else up there, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so congratulations to all them. Super excited. Also, this last week, I was on Homesteading Family's YouTube channel. I don't know when the video is going to be released, but he asked me to come on and tell my story and then just talk a little bit about homesteading and about what's going on. Josh was a nice guy. Seemed very sincere to me. Seemed like a really good person. So, I mean, I don't know them super well. I know B has watched the channel a fair amount of
several times. So
if you guys go over there, make sure you subscribe to him. Tell him Tag sent you. But it was a good conversation. Looking forward to that video coming out, here at some point, which is super cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. And then don't forget Monday. I tried to mention it. Monday, I'm doing a live with Graham Townsend. He's a permaculturist in Michigan. Somebody that I've gotten to be pretty good friends with, and he's a good guy. And so we'll talk about that.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah. What's this here? I had a major breakdown in July, says Juby Joe, and sweated my boots off and rearranged the furniture, old presses and such. That sounds like work.
That is a lot of work.
Thank you, Starla. Okay. What else we got? Trusses showed up for the community building.
Yes. And so they look huge. They are. How long are those?
47 feet.
That's ridiculous. Is that normal? Are you allowed to do that?
What happened to your chin?
47.
Are you chasing parked cars again? Did you catch a couple?
No, I hurt. I got a sore. Yeah.
Did you run into the wall?
No, your thermos fell on my face.
My thermos?
Your thermos.
That mean thermos. How dare it?
Yeah, I reached up into the cupboard. And
thermoses kill people.
I reached up into the cupboard to grab it. And the percolator, the little, the straw for the percolator was sitting next to it. And the funny thing is that the straw for the percolator is aluminum. It's a straw, very, very lightweight. And I didn't want it to fall. So I grabbed it.
You got hit in the face with the thermos.
The thermos, which was much, much, much heavier.
Yeah.
Landed and it hit me on the face. It hit me on my chin and it jerked my face back. It hurt.
I think she was chasing parked cars. That's what I think.
No, they probably thought you threw something at me.
No. No, nice try.
Threw an engine at me.
Nice try.
And last time I had marks on my body, you threw an engine at me.
Yeah. Apparently, I threw an engine at you.
Mm-hmm. You flicked it with the skid loader.
Hey, what do you got? Let's let you talk for a little bit.
Okay, so
I'll drink some milk.
We rented an excavator, had it dropped off, and day one you broke it. Right. Day one, hydraulic fluid. You're like the hydraulic king. So then Jesse was here, helped you to figure out that the hydraulic line
shut that hydraulic off. I broke the hydraulic line to the thumb on the bucket.
On the excavator, yeah. Mm-hmm. So excavator came. We got the barn footings excavated. Tag.
Yeah, there was no
tag. I watched.
When?
From time to time. I looked to see if you were still on it. So, and then got the well dug out. He was able to dig out when we was digging the barn footings. He said, this is here along the road is the line to the main well. So here, if we're going to tie into the main well line, water line to bring water into the barn with a frost-free hydrant, here's the line. And I said, I don't think that's right. I think it's like over here, which is like 1.5 feet away, because I don't think it was right next to the road. I think it was like 1.5 feet away. And he said, no, can't you see the indention right there, like on the road? And I said, I can see an indention like 1.5 feet away where I think the water line is.
Keep talking.
He was right. So he dug, and then he goes, I think it's right there. So
and by the time I was digging with the excavator, how far did you have to dig back before you hit the water line?
Like 4 inches. Yeah. So he says, I think it's right where your left foot is, but in the depth of your right. I think it's where your right foot is, but in the depth of your left foot. And I'm like, what did you just say?
That's not complicated. Her leg was stepped up and back a little bit. And I said, it is right where your right foot is, but it's down about as far as your left foot is.
And I'm like, did you just speak English to me twice? I have no idea what you just said again.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, dig, Bethany, with the shovel, dig.
You guys should feel sorry for me.
And then I was like, oh, hey, it's right here. Good job. And then we got several inches of rain, and now it's full of water. And then I was able to use did you see that? Did I send you a picture?
Jeff said you're the new Hefty.
Yeah. Did you see the picture? I used your Father's Day gift.
I did. Tell them about that. Well, first tell them the holes you dug, because we dug the foundation for the barn.
Foundation for the barn.
We dug the water line for the barn. What else did we dig?
No, the community building water line.
The community building water line.
And then the barn water line.
And the barn water line.
And then the cistern. We dug up our well's cistern because our water's brown. We're trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah. Well, what happens is in a big rain, sometimes our well water will have a shade of darker brown to it because sediment and stuff is the problem. And so obviously. And so what I'm trying to do is figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah. Why is it coming in? Where's it coming from? So he dug
the earth, the ground.
He dug it up, and our cistern was the hole that you can take the lid off. What used to be like a circle, and it's kind of like a bent down a little bit, like the tank contoured a little bit with the earth. And so water, when we got a lot of water, it was filling up, and then it was going into the holding tank. So we got all of that dug out, and we ordered risers.
And they're here.
32-inch risers. Mm-hmm. And we're going to put those on and see if we can stop the bleed. Oh, and we figured that we would get a pool vacuum. So the pool vacuum goes on the bottom of the pool to suck the stuff off the bottom of the tank. So
The sediment.
Whatever it is, I thought we could get a pool vacuum and suck the dirt off of the bottom of our cistern, even though that water's all contaminated.
Oh, it's not.
It's got dirt in it.
It's dirt.
It's dirty.
Here's the thing. I'll make a deal. You please do not take a shower with any of the dirt. I want you to go to the local shower and you can shower in chlorine.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
I'll take the dirt. You take the chlorine.
Right.
Our Ann wants to know when you think your Wallapini is going to be ready.
Oh, not this year. We are not even talking about the Wallapini. We have got our hands we are buried in stuff.
Hey, Nitos, how are you? Welcome, my friend. Juby Joe said it great. It's a fun life when you go outside your comfort zone. It is. Gardens for Life says, I accidentally cut the main water pipe into our house today. Took a while to find the tap on the road. Now I know where it is for when it's urgent. Yep. And it's good to know where that stuff is. That's one of the advantages of doing it all yourself, not hiring everything out, is that you get just like what you said. I knew right where that pipe was, didn't I? I dug to within 4 inches of it. So that was super, super cool.
Yeah.
Juby Joe says, I had a stage fright so bad I couldn't play the piano at church. I looked like I had an epileptic seizure. Our basement is getting a few inches every time it rains now. We have a little artesian well spout, apparently. Harnessed it, right? Starla says, I have some encouragement after 4 months at the new property. We now have electricity.
Wow.
New electric pole. So may renovations and unpacking begin. 2,200 square feet on a half acre with a cellar. So excited.
Congratulations.
Doesn't well water come from the dirt? Yeah, it does.
Come on now.
See? Mike knows. Yeah. Helen says, be shower in spring water, please, not dirty water.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You wash and you're like, I thought I washed my hair. Why does it feel dirty? And you're like, oh, because our water's brown.
Mm-hmm.
But it's clearing up now.
It is.
As we move the dirt away from the holes.
Yep. And then we replaced all the filters.
Replaced the filters. Yeah. It was like God was like, replace the filters.
And we did.
Yeah. We busted I don't think that canister is even broken. I still think that
We'll try.
It just got.
We'll try.
It was God telling you to replace the filters. But we have the Kangen water machine hooked up, and the water is just as beautiful as ever now.
Yeah, which you love.
Tastes great. Yeah.
You gonna buy one of them one of these days? Maybe.
I don't know.
What else you got?
I don't know.
Since we dug all the holes. Tell them your lawnmower story, because that was funny.
Story. Yeah. So I had back in the day when I was single and lived alone and bought my first house, and
we've been together 19 years now, so you guys know. So you're talking about a long time ago.
It was like long time ago. Like 19 years isn't like long time ago. Anyways, so yes, we've been together for 19 years. And it was before that I lived alone. So I bought a
You don't say.
Honda.
Wow.
I bought a Honda lawnmower.
You go, girl.
And,
I can't believe you put all that together.
Water.
You badass.
Bought a lawnmower from Menards, and it was a self-propelled mower. Worked just fine. Loved it. Had a little small in-town yard, so didn't need much. And I've been carrying this lawnmower around from house to house and town to or state to state. And so I pulled it out from underneath the solar panels the other day, and I was bone dry. There was no gasoline in it, so I put some gasoline in it and it started right up. I was able to use it up in the garden where I was so tired of pulling weeds. So I just went and I wonder if that mower would start. So I went and got it, and I was able to mow right down the center of the aisle. So I didn't have to weed the entire center of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have a mower that I haven't started in like.
Karen thinks you should hit me with a thermos.
Yeah, should hit
Not
you with the thermos.
Karen, I can't. Both of us can't be deformed.
It's so sore too. But anyway, so yeah, I got those Honda motors are I like that. That were started right up, no problems.
Hey, Hardway Alaska's in the house. How are you, my friend? It says change my well filters once a month because of glacier silt. Dirt getting in your well, in your cistern, is a normal process. It's just something we're going to deal with forever.
Why can't we build a system that like, I don't know, like back blows the dirty stuff out and like starts again? Like if there's like I don't know, like it purges the bad. And
why don't you call your good friend Jen with Life and Mike and Jen and ask her and Mario that question?
Ask them if they can,
because that's who would know, right?
Design a system just for me, so that I don't have to have filters that I change out monthly or every 3 months. Or
Karen says, "Don't hit me on the chin; it would be hidden."
Yeah, because you don't have
that thing's huge, man.
There's like a bump underneath it too, like this cut and a bump.
Remember the Jim Carrey show, Me, Myself, and Irene, when he got the chin? You got one now.
Nah.
Yeah, you got a Hank chin.
Yeah.
Hank. Oh, how wonderful. Hey, Mrs. Hacks in the house. How are you? Hey, guys, this is who I was talking about from Hacks from the Homestead. We talked about you a little bit earlier. Definitely go check it out. B, have you considered putting a cardboard on the ground in the walking area of the garden?
No.
Have
you considered putting
You put card down. They don't have cardboard on them, the walkways. They're probably gone now. They've been there for years.
But, I have in the past, but I don't want to do that now.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because you get all the mulch and everything.
I've got all the mulch down, but the grass is growing up through the mulch.
Bird's Eye View once says, "Hey, thanks to Gypsy 19 who helped us put down seed. We have lots of new growth popping up."
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Jeff and Louise are Gypsy and Polaroid. Polaroid and Gypsy. Yeah, they are the perfect couple. But there's probably not a couple out there who will lend a hand quicker and help more. And they're just awesome. And our community is absolutely blessed to have them.
They're very kind.
They are very kind. Let me see here. I looked up today a guy that I let go years ago, got him off pain meds. He passed in 2022 and was a wonderful man with family. Over here. Hippocrates says Amazon, $79 spin down sediment filter, automatic backwash, whole house sediment water filter for the water well. 40 micron flushable pre-filter filtration. There you go.
Huh.
Take your phone and take a picture of that. And then you can look it up, because I'm not going to look it up. Got it?
No.
Yeah, you have to touch your camera.
I'm looking for the camera.
Quit surfing the internet. Oh my goodness. I was out pulling weeds in the garden at night and got stung on the lower lip by a wasp. Made a strong nettle and lemon balm tea. Helped a lot. Did you try any of that? Because it ain't helped.
No.
Karen says, "Don't call her Polaroid. Call her Kodachrome. Then she'll have a song named after her." Kodachrome. Yeah. No warranty in the Platter Express. Yep. I'm glad I shared him. Amen. Ouch. Does it hurt? Okay. All right. What's next? What's next you got on your list? You're working on a birthday party, right?
Yes. We're working on a birthday party. We've got like 24 people, I think, so far RSVP in.
Yeah, we have an older gentleman in our area who
getting ready to have a birthday,
and he's done a lot for a lot of people, and he's a really, really good guy. So we're going to throw him a birthday party coming up here pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
And you guys know this, we have a restaurant close to us that's called 1886, and they're super like-minded, and they normally just serve breakfast and lunch, but they'll open up dinner time for us. And
they do catering.
And all kinds of stuff. But so we like to go down there and have
support them, and then they help us by allowing us to have use of their building and food.
Yeah.
And then usually she'll do like a bar. So it's not like order from the menu. Everybody has different things. She'll do like a hamburger bar or a taco bar or a breakfast bar, so that like, you can make tacos, hard shells, soft shell, or nachos, or hamburgers and with bacon or cheese or onions, and do whatever fixins that you want. And it's kind of like a buffet. You stand at one side and grab your fork and your spoon and your stuff, and then go and get the items that you want, and you go sit down and you just go through one time. Sometimes you can, like if you go up there and you wanted bacon on your hamburger, they don't have bacon, you can go back up and get more, but you're supposed to go through one time, fill a plate, and go and eat.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Hey, Helen, and this actually worked out really, really well because of the next thing on your list. But oh my goodness, hold on. Mrs. Hack said, I saw American Roots. I'll do this one first. I saw American Roots at Walmart today. It was great seeing her, and glad she's part of the community. Amen. Helen wants to know how your 4th of July was.
4th of July was great. We had a couple people over for
it was
barbecue.
It was interesting. Dinner. It was like the most impromptu.
Yeah, it was like, what are you doing for right now? Nothing. You want to just like grab some food and come over? And they brought some food, and they brought some food, and we were like, hey, let me look through my freezer and see what I can find, or free at fridge, because you can't really
Well, I had worked all day, and then I had agreed to take a load of firewood to my boys who were out camping at a lake. And they wanted to know if I'd bring them firewood. So I rushed to get them firewood. And then I got home and thought, you know what, I'll go buy a little fireworks. It's the 4th of July, and, kind of celebrate, because again, one of the homesteaders that's here is now here full time on the 4th of July weekend. And another one got their land on the 4th of July weekend. So
we moved in here on the 4th of July.
And we moved here on the 4th of July weekend years ago. But we started this whole journey on Independence Day. And as they started their journey on Independence, we got to hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that part was pretty cool. But what else was cool about it?
Had a few fireworks. And Jesse was here. He got to pull out his fire throwing stuff, and has a like fire on strings, and throws it around, and then he has fire on a stick that he moves around, and then he has these like flash balls of light. I don't know what you would even call those. They're like lights, but they're like rubber balls that are light.
Are you holding your balls?
No, they had they were on sticks, or they're on strings. He has them on like I don't know. There's like a knuckle at the top, and then there's like a string, and then there's like a ball that like has all different colors, and that's like how you practice the fire without burning yourself. So Dungeon Master over here brought out his nunchucks. And showed us his, Chuck Norris skills. And then Jesse allowed us to play with his glow balls. And, Chuck over here decided he was like not only a nunchuck master, but he was a ball throwing master. So I got a video of Tag throwing balls, lit up balls, and doing his, spins like a rage,
Hello, Miss Julie Jackson, my beautiful
Rage?
aunt. How are you?
Rave, not rage. What I just rave.
Skane's girl, they're called orbs.
The light balls, orbs.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we played with Jesse's orbs.
Yeah, we played with Jesse's orbs,
and everybody got a chance to fling them around, and with the music, he had music going, and we
good
just
night, good night, Starla. If she's still on there.
We just listened to music and eat and played with the orbs.
Yeah, for me, what was nice about it is we cranked the radio, which I don't do a lot.
No.
And I need to do it more, because at the end of the day, I listen to more talk radio than I do the radio. But it was nice just to chill. The weather has been perfect out here. We are below average temperatures for this week and next week, from what I'm hearing. And so it's, like today was in the high in the 80s. and I got to frame outside. And I'll show you guys some pictures, but I got to frame all day. You know, we pretty much built all of the walls in the community building in about 10 hours. And it was
10 hours?
10 hours, yep, to build them all.
Jeez.
And
yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Let me see. Postmodern Soapbox says toy balls.
Instead of orb.
Yeah. Skins Girl says, I use nunchucks like Suck Norris, Chuck's brother. Oh, that is so funny. So funny. Anyway,
So
it was good. It was good.
You
Good
a
relaxing
dungeon
thing.
master also.
Yeah, we were thinking that maybe next year we actually throw a 4th of July party or something, you know, but then the community building will be up and running. We could do fireworks if people want to do fireworks. I could even put a dock out or something out in the middle of the lake, shoot them off out of the lake, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, let me see. Gregory, well, not Gregory. The Kissel Clan says, we enjoyed our 4th with the community potluck meal and fireworks. 100 years ago, it was the place to be on the 4th.
Mm.
Yeah, we want to get back to doing that. We need to do that. The problem is just time. I'm just so busy all the time.
You have to take
You just
time.
got to take time to do it. And it was, anyway, super cool. Well, should we, since it's an hour and 6 minutes, should we get on to topics?
Oh, do you have a slideshow? I thought we were just chatting about.
I always do. So you guys remember last week I told you that B had stolen one of my single point slings, right?
I didn't steal it.
Yes, you did.
I just knew where it was.
Yeah, and am I getting it back?
You can have it back wherever.
Yeah. So I was going to show it to you guys last week, but anyway, I'd show it to you this week. But as you can see, B has a single point rifle sling that she's connecting to the weed eater. The weed eater.
It looks legit.
Yeah, but can you get your own?
And you weren't even concerned that I'm wearing your shirt.
I didn't even notice you were wearing my shirt.
But you're like, wait, is that my sling? That's funny.
Yeah, that's my sling. I did not notice you were wearing my shirt.
You're like walking down the hey, is that my sling? I don't know. Does it have your name on it? Does it matter? Well, yeah, where'd you get it?
That tool is not designed for your weed eater. It's designed for my shit, and it's supposed to be in there.
When was the last time you used it? Like, realistically?
That's not the point. How many things do we buy we don't use every single day that are there in case I need them?
And how many things are there in case you need them that you could use for something else? And it makes life like so much easier.
Oh my God, can squash.
And you're like,
welcome. It's the tactical weed eater.
Double use. Good trade.
Oh my gosh.
Well, when I find mine, you can have mine. I'll share.
No, I want mine back. That belongs in my armory. That belongs in my gun room. It does not belong on your neck with your weed eater.
You can have it back. If you can find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It came in handy.
Juby Joe says, hey, we can multi-purpose everything. Okay, but
wouldn't that be nice?
To the moon, Alice. Yep. None of your youngsters know what that's from. I know exactly what that's from.
Right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser. Apparently we're not youngsters. But it's fine. But at the end of the day, you know, when you use tools, and I agree you can multi-purpose everything. But at the end of the day, when you use tools, you put wear and tear on tools.
Look at all that weeding I had to do. That puts wear and tear on my neck.
You can get your own.
You want me to stop what I'm doing and go find a tactical store to find a sling?
You can order them anywhere. Sounds like you need to buy 2 more slings.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, B.
He's not talking to me.
Yeah, he's talking to you. You can. Yes, he is. Mike is talking to you.
No, he's not.
I know the guy. He's talking to you.
How will I know what kind of sling you want?
It's not about what kind of sling I want. I get mine back. You get to buy which one you want.
Oh, that's not what he's saying.
Yeah, B, make cinnamon rolls and trade tag for the use of some tools.
Can I have somebody else make the cinnamon rolls and then exchange them for use of his tools?
Bonnie said we're the honeymooners. Aw.
Because that's Power 8 and the Kisser. That's what I came from.
Mrs. Hack says what's yours is hers or what's hers is hers. I'm learning this. Yeah, Greg. The Kissel Clan says I thought it was a good idea, B. Tag, you need to get 2 more slings. After all, 2 is 1, 1 is none, and 3 is a spare.
You probably have a second one somewhere, don't you?
I probably have 5 or 6 of them.
Then why is does it matter?
I put stuff away the way I want things put away.
You are being very sharing.
Lou Ann Hoffman, good evening to you, says Jackie Gleason Show. Yep. We've been having a cold summer here in Ireland, only 15 degrees Celsius or 59 degrees Fahrenheit most days. Easy growing climate, especially for trees. Unfortunately, the weeds also. Yeah, we have weeds coming out our ears too. Yeah, absolutely. Our slings, comrade. I must have missed something up here. Mary Michelle says John at SOE, but.
Oh, to make a sling?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can order from John. You can order them all over the place.
You should order one from John.
So, guys, if you guys look here, this is where the community building will be. You can see all the that's all the concrete. That's not, the building's not there yet. And I thought I would add this because what you're looking at will be the view from the community building. And I'm going to show you guys lots of pictures of it being built today. But I thought that picture was a beautiful, that's the other side of the pond, right? From the community building. But I just think it's absolutely beautiful. What do you think?
It is beautiful.
I saved your picture of the, what's it called?
That is purslane.
Yeah. Yeah. So B's got a whole bunch accidentally growing on, right?
Yeah. And my corn looks way cool.
Yeah.
It kind of looks flat right there.
Yeah.
You can't really see it, but.
Yeah. Everyone's saying, what have you? Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Be a great place to throw a party and have a homeschool and do Sunday service. Right.
And classes. And
all those wonderful, beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
B said that I dug the trenches out for the footings. This was
not nearly the mess that he made.
Yeah, you should see the whole thing. I'll show you guys when I get ready to pour concrete, but I'm not there yet. Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. You see my walls? So I've been building walls and just stacking them up. Hey, Garden for Life wants to know what state that we're in. We're in the northeast corner of Kansas. Gardens for Life. But anyway, you can see I build 8-foot walls, stack them up, get them all in piles, get them covered, and then when I'm ready, we can stand the whole building and just
8 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot.
Yep, 8 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot. So I wanted to just talk about this a little bit tonight because there's some advantages and disadvantages to doing it like this. The advantage is you can manhandle it yourself.
I don't know; right? Those are heavy. There's
yeah, but
9 2x6s.
I promise you, I can
with.
set one of them just fine by myself. But with one hand, you can do it. My point is, if I try to build a 63-foot long wall, which is the front of that building, it would take 30 people out there to stand that wall. And so the advantage is you get to do it chunk by chunk by chunk. The disadvantage to it is it doesn't share a common bottom plate. Right? And so you got section. So you got to go. So what I do when I do it like this is I just put a few extra anchors into the concrete, make sure that bottom isn't going to move anywhere. But what we do is I stack them all up. And then once I've got the walls built, we'll stand them. So I needed 12 8-foot walls and 4 6-foot walls. I did not build any of the 6-foot walls ahead of time because they'll be the last walls I put in, and I'll measure them specifically. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, but we'll measure them specifically.
Do you use more wood that way? Because you have double boards, double boards, double boards, double boards. Every 8 feet, you have double studs.
Yes. So there's advantages and disadvantages. Disadvantage, you're putting an extra stud.
How is it not a same comp? I don't understand because
it's more money.
I know that. That's what it seems like for the studs, but you said there's not a common board on the bottom.
What I'm talking about, you're not running a 20-foot board and standing a big wall. You got an 8-foot board and an 8-foot board and an 8-foot board.
I know, but there'd be a 20-foot board and a 20-foot board, so there's
always
going to be seams.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be one every 8 feet. Like you could spread them out. And again, yes, you're putting an extra stud in there. But here's the thing: now every 8 feet, I have a double 2x6.
Yeah.
So it adds a significant amount of strength. Strength to it. So this is what it looked like, guys, before we started framing the walls. Again, this is just concrete. I had this again in the slideshow.
Waterproofing.
If you look back behind that retaining wall, that's where the cistern is going to go that will feed water, rainwater, to the community building, and the plumbing is all in there. Everything's in there. You can't see it because this picture it's not there, but I've already got the frame in for the concrete pour. I'm going to pour a little pad back there to put the cistern on. Then we'll bury it in dirt, and we'll call that a wrap. So here you go, guys. That's the community building now. Those are all the walls, and I'll show you a few pictures. So that's MC Sausage in the hat. He's headed over to make a wrap somewhere. And then there's my buddy Marshall, and we worked with, and also Jesse worked today a bunch. Actually, Garen stopped by a little bit today.
Oh.
So we had G-Dog a little bit too, but
Holding walls and such.
yeah, holding walls and stuff. And so as you can see, we are working around, but you see the walls that have plywood on them. So those are like, if you look at that back wall, babe, see how there's 3 8-foot walls, 8 foot,
Yes.
8 foot, 8 foot.
And then
and see the open one?
Yeah.
That's the 6 foot wall I just had to stick in there, right? That I built to space. And then if you look on the other walls, I'm going to go back to that one. So here's the front wall. So the plywood walls were the 8 foot walls, right? The open sections where you don't see plywood are where the 2 doors go.
Yeah.
So all the full walls I just built and then got them and then I built the walls and set them in where the doors are going to be, right? So you can see like in that far corner, you got that little sub wall at the end, and then you have the door wall right there, right? You have the door wall right here, right?
The front.
Right. That makes sense.
And then you're plywooding those ones on the sides.
Right.
Have you used all the plywood that you bought?
No, I have not yet.
He bought a pallet of plywood for the community
OSB.
building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the difference between plywood and OSB?
What's the difference between a hammer and a pair of pliers?
They're different.
But they're both tools.
So it's something you clad them.
Yeah, but it's totally different. OSB is not plywood. Plywood is not OSB.
So which is better for this?
OSB is what you would traditionally put on it. Plywood would be better, but it's more money. This is what the OSB is made for. So this back wall, you guys, this is the retaining wall. And as you can see, we're working our way across it. We get 16 feet. This is all I have left to do on the walls tonight. We quit. And the only reason I quit was to come up here and do the live.
Yeah. Or
we would have finished all the walls today. All of this building, so you guys know, all of that framing all the way around took 10 hours.
With 4 guys.
With no, not really. I mean,
4 and a half.
No, because the first 2 hours I had
me and Jesse.
And then I worked an hour this morning by myself. And then I worked a little while with Jesse, and then pretty quick, MC Sausage, Marshall came. And so I'd have to do the actual man hours to figure out, what it took. But yeah, there's no doubt. Hardway Alaska says you need some Amish friends. Yeah, I got prepper buddies and homesteader buddies. Big B, how are you? Says good idea pre-building the walls. I bet it made it made the work more funner. I don't know if it's necessarily funner, but just more easier to handle. And I don't really feel like
it was funner.
I don't feel like standing a 60-foot wall. You
don't feel like standing it?
No,
that's what we did on my garage. Remember?
Yeah.
Was it my garage or was it the front?
You going somewhere?
No, I was gonna just turn off the air.
Okay.
Or was it the Pod 4? One of them was big.
Yeah, it was your shop. Do you incorporate hurricane hardware? I do. So we will absolutely use hurricane clips and all those on both the trusses. Some strapping probably. I'm just not there yet. Like I said, we just put up the walls. But this is about 10 hours of work. Tomorrow I'll spend my day getting everything, all the blocking done, all the drywall nailers done. Again, additional bracing, whatever I need to do, and we'll get ready to boom the roof because that's what will come next. I got an interior set of walls to build, and we'll get all that stuff all tied together, and then we'll boom the roof, sheet the roof, get it in metal, and now I'm pretty dried in, right? House wrap.
Well, and then you got at some point in time, you've got to do those front pillars.
Yes, which I'm super excited about. Oh, I think I can show you guys. I think I have a picture here.
Well, yeah, there was back one more.
Okay. So you guys see that front footing out there in that first picture? So
it's like a concrete plank and then dirt and then.
Yeah, that looks like a little tiny sidewalk. Yeah. So this building has a 13-foot overhang on it, and I'm going to concrete all that, and we'll put picnic tables out there. But that footing is there because I went and got me some hedge trees that are 2 feet in diameter, and they're massive. And so I'm going to use those hedge trees as supports, but I wanted those hedge trees to actually sit on a footer, which is why we did it that way. Hey, the beautiful MJ from Wisconsin is in the house. Packrat says Oriental strand board, OSB, is made of shreds versus plywood shaved and glued layers. So think of it like one is a blender, right? And one's a shredder. So like plywood is layers of wood glued together. Plywood is shredded all up, squished together, rolled through a machine. So they're just built differently. Thanks, Packrat. What? I don't know what this is. Juby Joe says, what? Splain? What's splain? I have no idea. Did I say hello to MJ?
Yes.
I did. Okay, good. Jane says, man, y'all are on fire on that building. We're going to get it done. And it will not be long, and it'll be weather tight, which will be super cool.
Explain.
What? Explain what? What part am I explaining? What did I miss? You're talking about Juby Joe, tell me which part I'm explaining.
Oh, hurricane. Maybe it says, do you incorporate hurricane or hardware?
And I said, yes, I do. I don't know. I'm lost. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the design. You're talking about let me go back. So that footing that's in the first picture, bottom left corner, looks like a little bitty sidewalk. I have massive trees that are going to sit on it. And the reason why I haven't put the concrete in that dirt part yet is because I want to concrete around the posts. I don't want the bottom.
Stand the post and then concrete around it.
Yeah, because I don't want the bottom to be able to move right and left. And so I'll put the pad around it. And these massive trees will hold up the overhang on the front of the community building. And they're massive. They're gigantic. And actually I'm going to put 6 of them in there. 4 of them is going to be easy. The problem is the 2, because the 2 that I'm going to put in the center are big and curved. And the straight one's easy because you just run it up into the truss, build a box around it, frame it all in, get it locked in, you're done.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to try to take curved ones up through the roof. So and they have a big, nasty curve to them, but that's kind of why I bought them.
So it's kind of going to look like a arch.
Like an arch, right where
the front door?
No,
there's 2 side doors.
Because if you remember right in the center, that's where the kitchen is, the outdoor kitchen. Okay. So that arch is going to go right up over your kitchen.
Okay.
Massive, big, gigantic tree. Hedge of strong wood and will last forever. Oh yeah, we'll never have to replace it. But I love it. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Right. Let me get back to where I was. Yep. So that was pretty much today. Where we finished was right there. And the whole back wall is mostly kitchen and bathrooms and all those kind of things. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you look really, really close at that far wall, that's all the way at the end of the picture, you'll see the little groove that's cut out. There's a center wall that goes in there. You can see where that top plate will lay down in there. You see that, babe?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but anyway, that's what we're working
towards. On top plate.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what's left. Just a little bit of wall there. You can't. Well, right behind my green light bulb is the cutout. Because there's a wall going in there at 10 feet that will house the bathroom, the utility room, the kitchen, the pantry, and the other bathroom. Right? Because we have his and her bathroom.
2 bathrooms.
We have 2 bathrooms. I don't know how that all works, but it was actually kind of funny. The girls, well, not the girls, B and Jen from Life with Mike and Jen decided that this bathroom you're looking at right here, that plumbing down there, had to be the girls' bathroom because it was closer to the hot water.
Yeah.
Which I think doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, I want to give you guys an update on firewood. So I'm up to 2.5 years of firewood that I have stored. And so
some of those crates don't look all the way full.
I think you should absolutely go up there and fill them a little more. I think you should absolutely go up there and fill them a little more.
Take a wagon, wheelbarrow, even better. Go up there and fill them. These are all hardwoods.
Yes, that's all stuff that came out for the dam. So we're getting closer.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful job. You and B are very productive. You know, it's funny. I have a lot of people who tell me that. There's a lot of times I feel like I work all day, get nothing done. You ever feel like that?
Well, it's because a lot of times you get interrupted and it's hard to do your job and then stop and help do something else and then come back and do your job when you're constantly stopping to do something else in the meantime. It's hard to get back at it.
Yeah.
Because then before you come back, you have to check your phone. You have to get a drink. You have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go help and do that thing again. And then, okay, come back. Oh, let me check my phone. Let me go to the bathroom.
Hippocrates said, oh, for a second, you were talking about those trees holding up the front. I thought they were IKEA trees. No.
Oh, my gosh.
We won't be doing any IKEA trees out here, Instigator. My splain was from I Love Lucy. Oh, I don't remember her ever saying that, but I didn't watch a lot of that show. My mom did, but I
love
didn't.
I Love Lucy.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't remember that, but there's a lot of not talking.
Tractor bucket would work better than a wheelbarrow. Always. Yeah. Helen
Thanks
said,
for the idea.
Yeah, who chopped all that wood? A lot of different people. So when we knock trees down, wherever they are, we try to process them right there. So we'll go down there, chainsaw them all up, take the log splitters down there, split them all up. And then as I get crates, I collect these things. I'm up to 30 of them now. Yeah. I'd love to have 50. And I just store them in the crates so that I can pick them up with a skid loader and then, put them on the back deck or, whatever it is. But conserve friends, good evening to you, my friend. I want to show you guys this too. This was my 36-inch auger that I got last week. I tried to show you guys at the last week's live, but I just couldn't bring it up. But look at that auger. Talk about being able to dig a tree in, huh? 36 inches. How cool is that?
Have you tried to use it yet?
No, I haven't tried to use it yet. I've been so wrapped up in all the other stuff's going on, but I'll absolutely get there. Gypsy wants to know if you got any bananas. Look at that picture.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell the banana story?
Well, this here is...
By the way, that's MC Sausage on the back, just so you know.
Yeah.
Being a wild man while everyone else is working. He's out being Dennis the Menace.
No, he was trying to pull the crate of bananas to the back of the... He was holding on to the crate of bananas.
How many bananas did you get dumped off today, B?
4 pallets.
4 pallets of bananas. Of bananas.
B.
Let's hear it. Do it.
No. Yes. So this was from the what's it say? Topeka Rescue Mission Ministries.
Yes.
So they got in a load of bananas and they came they were frozen, I think. I think the bananas were frozen. So some of them are green, some of them are yellow, some of them are brown, but all of them are squishy. All of them are squishy. So they got them in and they couldn't give them out because they're unusable for human consumption. So they asked the neighbor if the neighbor wanted them because he has a farm. And he said, yes, I do, but I'm not home. So he called me and said, could you be the banana drop place?
6,000 pounds of bananas.
And I said, yes, I would gladly be the banana dump place. Actually, I said, you're coming to get them, right? You're coming to get them? I can't have 4 pallets of bananas in the driveway for long because my husband is going to crap. And he was like, no, yeah, give out what you want. And then I will come and get the rest of them. And the guy, I said, hey, can you pull the truck forward? We've got 3 of the pallets out, and this last pallet was in the front of that truck. You see that? You can't see it at the back. So what we had to do was use the skid loader, tie a tow strap to it, and pull the the pallet of bananas to the back of the truck so that we could use a skid loader to get it out. And when he went to move the truck, he said, I guess I'm not going anywhere. My truck won't even start. And so mechanic.
Okay, so let me summarize. Somehow B got 6,000 pounds of bananas in a truck broken down in my driveway.
Yes.
Okay, continue, because this story just gets better and better and better.
Then I was actually getting ready to call you and be like, oh crap, the truck broke down. Jump start was what I thought, but no, he got underneath there and he was like, I don't know why, but they're like, you drove all the way here, but now the battery cable was disconnected. So Marshall got under there and put the battery cable back on, and sure enough, boom, truck started right up.
Yeah. So one of the community members got in, fixed the truck. They eventually got the bananas out, but I'm looking out my window right now and there is 4 pallets of bananas sitting in my driveway right now.
Yeah, they're still up there.
Right now.
But there's 4 pallets minus 2 cases because I put a case in the truck.
For the turkeys? Turkeys love bananas.
Oh, they do. Like they will come and eat them right out of your hand. You just open it and hold it. You don't even have to open it because their little beaks will just tear it right open and then they just go to town.
No.
They love it.
Yeah, Big B says you can't get much more bananas than that. Tamara says chickens will eat them too.
Yes. And pigs.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Doak, how are you? Yeah, Farmer says my chickens would love those bananas. Gypsy says the tractor could have reached in and lifted them out.
No,
Need to use the tractor first.
not all the way to the front.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys this, and we'll tell you on Friday. But if those bananas sit at my driveway and it becomes a problem because there's 6,000 pounds of bananas up there.
Of tractors up there?
No.
No, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But they're very aromatic and they're squishy.
Yeah.
They're squishy bananas.
So there's the skid loader. I was actually up here working on the live while this was going on. MC Sausage, I think, got the skid loader out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you guys can see, those are the pallets of.
Yeah, he's working.
There's
on
3
that.
of the 4. He's got another one coming out. You can see at the back of that truck right there. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, wrong one. It says bananas is one of the fruits that never spoil. Can they be freeze dried? We need to ask Angela if she'd like some. Send Angela a text.
Ask her if she wants.
If she wants any, but she's got to come get them. But because she does a lot of freeze drying, right?
Let's Yoda, if you're on here, if you want some, come get them.
Okay. Yeah. So if anybody wants any, they're available as far as the community goes. Yeah. Mike, shame on you. It says raccoon and opossums are going to take care of the bananas. If that gets spread all over,
stay up there for long because you can smell that.
Yeah, Mrs. Hacks, would you like some bananas for your goats? Come on.
Like today. Well, I think he's coming tonight. So
yeah, but I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there that would like to have some bananas, and I don't mind. And you know what, to have some for your turkeys, I think that's great.
Yeah, they will love them, and they're great for them.
There you go. RN's got a question.
B, is it time for pigs and goats? Nope. No, we've decided that we're not going to raise pigs here. We're going to raise the animals that we already have, and we will get our pig meat from our pork from one of our community members who has pork.
Cameron's got a great point.
You can use them to put potassium in your soil.
That's good. Yeah, Packrat says you could hull out a batch of them and have banana puree frozen in blocks for cooking for months. Yeah. Did you?
Probably could.
Yeah. Did you have a conversation with the guy?
Yeah.
And what do you have? What do you have to say? What was it about?
He just said thank you, and he said that those bananas were shipped in that way, and that's not normal. Produce, that's not normal that they get things like that, but that when it does happen, that he said thank you for accepting them and getting them out of there. What they were doing was they were having a freezer problem, so they couldn't continue to keep them cold, and so they needed to get them out of there today, which makes sense because they're on their last leg. Yeah.
So anyway, in life, interesting sometimes. If you would have told me at any point in time in today that I would end the day with 4 pallets of bananas. See, Mike, why I can't get out of here? See, I'm down there working and B comes running down saying, I need you to unload 4 pallets of bananas.
I did.
What?
I said, what is the skid loader broke
wait,
down?
Wait. What? No, we're not unloading 4 pallets of bananas. What's going on?
What's going on? I said, I need the skid loader. I need to unload a truck of bananas. And he goes, a truck of bananas.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, well, that's like a normal thing. Hey, I got a truck of bananas I need to unload.
That's normal?
Sure. It is here.
Apparently. Tamara says, I would do something with them. I hate to see stuff go to waste. It will not go to waste, I can assure you.
Yeah, you're not throwing them in the dump. You're feeding animals. They eat the peel and all.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Juby Joe says, okay, SOB is sending fireworks over my dry grass. I'm not playing. This is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ouch. There's a lot of uses, right? But I promise you guys it won't go to waste. But it is weird having 4 pallets of Chiquita bananas in my driveway.
Yeah. Well, they're premium bananas.
Clearly.
They say it on the box.
Clearly.
Premium. So yeah,
G. Johns, how are you? Says try make a banana wine. Yeah,
ooh, could you imagine? That might not
no.
sound. That doesn't
Did
sound
you
good.
tell everybody else about them, that Jeff and Louise and all them?
No, not yet. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I helped them, and then I rushed up here to.
Okay.
I
Well,
haven't told anybody.
okay. Anybody wants bananas? I got a hookup. This is the banana hookup girl.
You got to call Tag's phone.
Oh, dirty dog. Dirty dog. And G. John says it ferments in less than 36 hours.
Huh?
Yeah. Lucy, explain yourself.
Lucy,
Yeah.
explain yourself.
Yeah, they all know now, right? Yeah, Farm Ranch said, I would gladly accept a truckload of bananas at my place. If I could use them for food or people or animals, they would compost well. Come and get them. Yep, I'm sure we can load a whole bunch in the back of a truck for you.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. What else you got? Anything else you want to talk about before I get into the news?
Oh, have you not talked about the news?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't. Go ahead and talk about your news.
Because we've got about 25 minutes. So, and I haven't done any of it yet. So I'm sure people want to, I think people like hearing about the news, or at least what I find interesting for the news. So, Pentagon hid, this is from the Daily Mail, Pentagon hid taxpayer funding for Chinese lab for COVID-19 research. Pentagon hid taxpayer funding for Chinese labs for COVID-19 research. A top Republican is demanding the Pentagon explain why it tried to hide taxpayer dollars sent to China for risky virus research. A new Defense Department report, which came out yesterday, by the way, guys, shockingly revealed that the agency lost track of millions of taxpayer dollars sent to the adversary of the United States. This is money that went to China, okay? U.S. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky has now demanded Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin explain what exactly happened. According to correspondence exclusively obtained by the Daily Mail, Paul says he's deeply concerned over the Pentagon report, finding that the department couldn't determine whether it sent money to China or for pathogen research. It's unacceptable that the Department of Defense cannot account for it. Well, in my opinion, they can't account for any of it. They spend money like drunken sailors, and they all got to go. I mean, that's the one thing the military doesn't want: the cheapest product. They don't want the cheapest product because if they buy the most expensive product, they get a bigger budget the following year. Right? And so none of this works. Yeah, so none of this should be surprising to anybody. But anyway, I found it super interesting. This, guys, I'm telling you, is the biggest story coming. And that is that Vice President Kamala Harris will be the Democratic nominee for the Democratic Party. I don't know if you guys have been reading anything that's been going on, but I follow it obviously close. And I can tell you guys that I'm going to show you some reasons why I think this is going to be the case. First of all, Biden's 4th of July shrouded by pressure to drop out. You guys are seeing it all over the news. They're calling about it. Everybody is seeing this. But as you look here, now they're starting to leak articles, right? So here's an example. Harris is the Democrats' top choice for Plan B. And this came out of Bloomberg today. The Economist also put one out: no way to run a country. We need, somebody else. But I'm telling you, it's going to be Harris. I'm going to show you all kinds of reasons why it is. So Charlie Clerk said the DNC is now running ads with just Kamala Harris, right? When before that wouldn't have happened. So now Kamala Harris on her own, and she's talking about donations, because here's the thing is, if she stays in, as I understand it, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, if she stays in and they use her, she can access all of the money donated to the candidate so far if Biden drops out. If they replace her, they cannot. And so it's going to be a big money grab. Scoop, we have confirmation from inside sources that and this is from Charlie Kirk, that leftist GOTV groups are stopping all GOTV while they are lining up to switch to Kamala. Campaign is working to reban and identify and the likely vice president nod, and starting efforts to rebrand to the Black community who have a disdain for Biden in key states. Breaking, Michelle Obama quietly is discussing putting together a coalition of wealthy Black donors for a Kamala Harris White House, per the White House official. Been checking with sources who are covering the Biden campaign. According to them, there was a distinct shift yesterday in the tone From morning to evening, the Biden camp started yesterday, defiant that Joe Biden would not be dropping out. By evening, that had shifted. Kamala Harris is seriously being considered to have her moment at the top of the ticket. She's also the only one who can keep the campaign's money. A lot will hinge on this George Stephanopoulos interview on July the 5th, which was today. I have not seen it yet. If Biden performs poorly, they don't see how he survives. Nothing will happen either way until then. Growing number of House Dems look Kamala as possible Biden replacement. Kelly Ireland says if they put Kamala in there, Obama can keep running things. Also, Galvin Newsom just opened up a campaign office in PA. Well, this is actually interesting because I read some rumors earlier that Galvin Newsom will be her vice president pick. Yeah, pretty crazy, huh? Tell me how crazy that is. Absolutely insane.
I kind of thought Michelle Obama would be.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. But as more and more I read about it, because Kamala polls worse than Joe Biden. But the thing is, it's not. Here's the thing. Joe Biden is easy to beat. Kamala Harris is easy to beat. The Democratic campaign election machine is not easy to beat.
Right.
And this comes down to money. She's, as I understand it, she's the only one that can access the money.
Which is why they would do it.
Which is why they would do it. Right? Absolutely crazy. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Morocco's explosion and fire at General Dynamics Company in Camden, Arkansas this week. Wow. Well, Morocco says, doesn't Joe have to pass first? No, because what they'll do is they will invoke the 25th Amendment. Biden's incompetent. She'll be automatically put in and then run for president. So it'll be the 25th Amendment followed by the Democratic nomination, as I understand it. Anyway, other news. In a bombshell new study from Germany has revealed that the COVID-19 mRNA vaccines have produced no beneficial effects at the community level, while finding that the more vaccinations were administered at a federal state, the greater the increase in excess mortality. And this is a brand new German study, just came out. Isn't that interesting?
That's too bad.
But I promise you guys, all of them, they have learned their lesson. They've learned it. They've got it down. So they're going to get it better the second time around. And just to inform you, Biden administration makes deal with Moderna to develop the mRNA flu vaccine. Moderna was given $176 million to develop the vaccine. This is for the bird flu, right?
$176 million.
Yep. But they got it. They're going to get it right the second time around. Hey, Simpler Times Homestead. Good evening to you. Let me see here. Anyway, this stuff's absolutely crazy. You can't even you can't even make this stuff up. By the way, in case you're curious, if the bird flu don't work, a case of human plague confirmed in the U.S.
Oh.
So they have plague now too. So one step closer says 10% to the big guy. Of course, right?
76 million.
Yep. Nito says Kamala is such an empty-headed, condescending, confused witch. I can't stand her. I can't believe they're going to do it, but it really looks like to me they're going to do it. Hey, All American Prepper is in the house. There's another channel you guys need to check out. All American Prepper, how are you? All right. New study reveals. I love this. You'll love this one. This was, the Associated Press. New study reveals that people who make good decisions have an unfair advantage.
Interesting.
Think about that.
They make good decisions. How unfair to everybody else for them to make good decisions.
How unfair.
How unfair.
We have got to take the individual choice out of it. It's not fair. Some people are better at it than others. Like, this is exactly what separates people. You are the outcome of your decisions, good or bad. New study reveals that people who make good decisions have an unfair advantage. We've lost our mind.
Crazy.
I just don't even get it. Over the weekend, left-wing agitators burned American flags on 4th of July over U.S. support for Israel. Biden's sister is married to Stephen Owens, who owns Dominion Voting. In case you guys didn't know that. Did you like that? I put that one in just for you.
That can't be.
Yeah, I thought that would help your chin heal.
No. Dun dun. Dun dun master.
Oh,
No.
by the way, CNN made a big mistake. So you guys know, CNN accidentally calls Michelle Obama Big Mike on their news. You know, because a lot of people say he's a guy. They actually referred to her as Big Mike.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's right. Wilma Rock has it exactly right. So the government can make decisions for all of us. Equality, equity. The Dems get another first. They already have the first black president. Now they get the first woman black VP, and now the first black female president. Yep, absolutely crazy. But just so you know, on this historic day, spam was created, right? From all of us preppers. So since spam was created, I thought in honor of that, you'd like to know that Dr. Phil wants to know, are you prepared for doomsday? When did Dr. Phil turn into a prepper? He was on his show telling people to get prepared for doomsday.
Was he being snide?
No, he's actually had on his channel a lot lately, those types of things. Mark Doak says, did you see where Putin said he was more than willing to negotiate with the next administration of Trump? I did. I absolutely did. And it looks like to me, they're saying that not just Putin, but also Zelensky said the same thing. Crazy, huh? How much time we got? Ooh, I got to get trucking along, right?
10 minutes.
So this was an article that came out, which is really interesting. And read the headline, right? What to know about Project 2025, the pro-Trump plan to overhaul the U.S. government. Okay? So Trump's plan, right?
Sounds like it.
Okay. A roughly 1,000-page document, which would mandate leadership for 2025. The purported transition plan for federal departments. The Project 2025 leaders say there'll be a 180-day transition plan for each federal agency to quickly adapt to a Trump presidency should he win in November. A new database that aims to fill federal jobs with conservative voices. What do you guys think about that?
To fill jobs with conservative voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark, I know I got your comment and you're exactly right, but it's funny how they twist things, which is what I'm going to show, right? But a new database that aims to fill federal jobs with conservative voices. So if the Conservative Party wants to do that, how are they any better than the liberals who do it now? That's not freedom. A new system to train potential political appointees. Moving on, he said changing how the FBI operates, eliminating the Department of Education, defunding the Department of Justice. All of those sound good to me. Reversing the Biden-era policies attempting to reduce climate change, stopping cybersecurity efforts to combat mis- and disinformation. Changing immigration policies, restricting access to abortion, and removing the LGBTQ protections. Cutting ties completely with China, reversing protections against discrimination in housing, and then Trump comes out and slams the Heritage Foundation and says the parts of the plan are ridiculous and he does not support it. But what I thought was funny, I'll kind of set you up, E. If you go back to the beginning. Oops.
Trump's plan.
Why won't it go? What is going on tonight? Right there. That was the headline. Remember when I asked you, I said, so it sounds like Trump's plan, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he apparently doesn't like this. Although I'll tell you guys, there's a couple of them in there that I would be 100% for. Yeah. You see, Natural News, I don't know if you guys follow any of that, but Trump announces commission to investigate big pharma, big food, toxic chemicals, and prescription medications. President Trump's profound statement on big pharma, big food, and the toxins that make people sick, causes of chronic illness, and why big pharma is making us sick. Trump plans to investigate dangerous prescription medications and vaccine safety, food safety testing and regulations, preventing chronic degenerative disease with vitamin D, why mRNA vaccine is a criminal fraud and must be halted, and banning harmful food additives and pesticides. I would love this.
Yeah, it all sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah, Jamie, by the way, I appreciate that. She said Trump denounced the project. I know he denounced it, but again, I think it's just interesting how they spin it. They put it in the headline. Says, hey, this is Trump's plan. It's him. Right? Yeah, Jamie, I'm totally tracking that he said it wasn't involving him. Totally tracking. Good news today. New jobs added. Bad news, mostly federal government jobs. Yeah, but this whole jobs thing is such a crap. Over this last, 4 or 5 years, get COVID, make lockdowns, send everybody home, shut all the businesses down, and then count the unemployment, bring your jobs back, lower unemployment by getting the same jobs back we already had. I mean, what they're doing is they're measuring it month to month.
Oh my gosh.
If you need to look at it over a big long scale. I hate how they do that. So repeating the chat is fine. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a trap type of thing. Jamie, good evening, by the way, and welcome. I don't think I said that to you earlier. Mark Doak says, B, this is Starla, my natural remedy for severe osteoarthritis in back, hands, and feet. All right,
any natural remedies for severe?
Yep, let's talk about the hurricane real quick. I mentioned to you guys I wanted to do this. This was the latest information I had. It looks like if it stays on this track, which I don't think it will, but if it stays on this track, it looks like about a direct hit to about Corpus Christi, Texas.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing people don't understand is that, so it's weakening in strength, but it's about to get up over the Gulf. And up over the Gulf, the temperatures, and a lot up there are 84 to 80. I'll show you that, but are warm enough that it could absolutely build, back up. And so I would be really, really careful. I have a good friend we call Maytag who lives in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I know there's other people on here, Eagle Lover, Texas, Sunshine Kid. There's a bunch of them in here who I know could be affected by this, and just know that, our thoughts are with you. So
is that by your sister?
No, she's up in the center, Texas, but
where it says 1 p.m.
Yeah, like about right there. But it looks like what I was watching it today, to me, it looks like it just took a hard right. So if it's taken a hard right, that would put it up into the other parts of Texas, or maybe even into Louisiana. We're going to know here very shortly. But the problem is it's going to get up over the Gulf of Mexico, which is super hot water.
By 4 p.m. So it's already done that.
So look, there's the temperatures that it's running into, right? So it's crossing right here at the Yucatan Peninsula. This right here, this is the water it's going to hit. This is what it just came through. Okay. And right here, when it was coming through it, where it's like that 85 right there south of like Cuba and, and all those, that was a Cat 5 hurricane right there. So it came up over here, it lost power crossing the Yucatan Peninsula, but it's got some stuff in front of it. So, for you people who are out there to live in that area, let's make sure we're sending prayers to all of them and make sure you guys are shits together, It's going to skirt us about 2 hours away if it takes a hard right. And it looks like it took one to me. I was watching the radar of it right before I went live. I don't like hurricanes unless they are cold and in a tall glass with a straw. Ex-Gulf Coast resident fishing. Yeah, I worry about everybody. But, you guys know it better than I do. I've never lived in hurricane country, but it looks like this could be a good one. And it's the first one of the year, which is remarkable. It's early for them. It's early. There was one in history. There was one other Cat 5 hurricane in July, and that was in, I want to say 2005.
Is it September, the hurricane season?
It gets stronger. Yeah, we're at the very beginning. This is the first hurricane of the year, and it's early. So
5th of July. Well, it's going to hit landfall when?
I think it was talking about Sunday or Monday, if I remember correct. Someone could correct me if I was wrong, but you guys out there, absolutely. Here we go. Jean Minky and City Greens are in Victoria. They are in the path. You guys hang tough. Jean Minky, City Greens, everybody be praying for you. And hey, listen, might be a good time to take a trip to Kansas. Just saying. Right?
Because we are experiencing cooler weather.
It's cooler weather, and we ain't going to be anywhere near the hurricane. Yeah, City Greens says we're 90 miles up the coast from Corpus. Yeah, the Maytag, my buddy I was telling you guys about, lives down there. Where he works, he looks at that Corpus Christi with the Gulf, that big open area, the water. So he's looking at the water the whole time. And the flooding will be devastating. Yeah. Conservative friend says Ryan Hall said Kansas and other states in line for severe weather the next 3 days. Yeah, well, we've been getting so much. We've had more rain this year than any year that I've been around.
We've gotten rain like every night.
Yep. Kamala's not an American. It won't happen.
She's vice president now.
That's what they said about Biden. I mean, that's what they said about Obama. What else? Last thing I think I got for you guys tonight is I wanted to share this with you because you guys know I've been kind of touting Chris Kobach here in Kansas. You know, he sued Pfizer and, you know, he's at it again. So latest news, Kobach wins sweeping victory affecting all 50 states against Biden's Title IX transgender regulations. I mean, said we have had many wins in court, but to me, this is the biggest one yet, says Chris Kobach. It protects girls and women across the country from having their privacy rights and safety violated in bathrooms and locker rooms, and from having their freedom of speech violated if they say there are only two sexes. So Chris Kobach won here in our state. If you are born a male, you are not allowed in a female's bathroom, and you will go to jail if you do it. First in the state. So he's done 3 of these now right in a row. I hope we have many more to come. I'm pretty proud of it. Pretty proud of him for that. Yeah. Sunday, Tamara Smith said it'll be hit Sunday. Juby Joe says I'll never go deep sea fishing again. Almost died there twice. Saw a pirate ship crab the Bible. Yeah, Tamara says I'm a couple hours from Houston. Yeah, and Houston definitely could take it too, right? Because again, it looked like to me like it took a hard right. So yeah, Tamara, you say y'all, yeah, but y'all are in Tornado Alley. We're in Tornado Alley, and you will get in the last 20 years in this area. We've had a couple small tornadoes get within a few miles, but it ain't anything like a hurricane. Anything, at least in my opinion. Anyway, all right, babe. We've been about 2 hours. What else do you want to talk about before we get out of here tonight? Want to talk about planning a little bit?
About planning your journey. Well, having a plan.
Or understanding that your plans probably won't work out.
Yeah. Well, if you're used to a life a certain way and you want to go and start a new life and do something different than what you're used to, probably won't continue on. If you're used to this instant gratification of a, flick of a switch and your room is cooler and water's on at every twist of a knob, and you got a plan.
Yep. David Strom, good evening to you.
You're not getting a permit the same day.
You're not getting a permit the same day, not likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Relationships.
Yeah, I think this is a big one. What do you mean by that?
Surround yourself with people you like. Surround yourself with people that encourage you and are smarter than you in different aspects. Learn from them. You love being around. Being present in the time. Don't take it out on your people. If you have those downs, don't be angry and mad because you're sitting on your butt in the skid loader while I'm,
I actually like that.
Lifting wood with my bad knee and my arthritis hands, and you take it out on you and be mean to you.
Yeah. I'm going to say it a different way. That
you are very poetic.
No. Just understand that your relationship that you're in, if you're in a relationship and if you're a couple and you're out here doing this life together, you have to understand that you, your homestead, and the entire community around you are only as strong as you two are. At the end of the day, the clan sovereignty and the strength at the clan level are the building blocks that build community. And if me and B aren't square, I can't be productive in a community. I'm just telling you, I can't. And so really, really focus on making your relationships good, because guys, it's hard for everybody, and but we get to choose how we react to that hard. And I've got to focus on making sure that B's tank is full all the time, and that I'm doing the things that make her feel loved and make her feel important. And I need to make sure I do them, not because it's a burden, not because it's out of my way, because if I love her, it's not that big a deal, and I'm happy to do it. Right?
It's not that hard,
and vice versa. And it works both ways. And so I'd encourage all you guys today to focus as much as you can on the clan sovereignty and the strength of the clan, and understand that you're both going through the same suck together, right?
Yeah.
And
you win together.
Right.
You win together. You lose together.
That's right. And you're in it together. And guys, we all look at things differently, right? B has a way she's going to look at the way she wants something done. I'm going to have a way. And I have to decide, is this one I even care about? Or should I save the one I care about for one I really care about? Like, I'm not going to complain right now about how she wants this barn because I know next year I'm going to build a shop and I want her out of my shop. So I'm going to hold it and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give in here because this one just isn't worth it to me.
Yeah.
And if you do enough of that, if I do those, pretty much being a mess with me, right?
Yeah.
You know,
you don't always get your way. That's
No.
the thing too. You can't just stomp around and act like you're going to get your way.
You can't
and
always
if you don't
get
get your way, then I'm going to punish you.
Yep. Yeah.
And everybody around me.
That's right.
No, you can't do that.
And if you need to be in control of everything and you need to get your way 100% of the time, you're going to have a lot of fights in your life.
And you're going to end up alone.
Yep. So compromise, get along, focus on the strength of those relationships, focus on the strength of the clan. The clan is what builds everything. And if you can get 10 clans together that are strong, you'll have a community you'll be proud of. And you'll have a community that the outside world will look into and go, holy shit, how'd you pull that off? Right? But it all starts with a glass of chocolate milk. We love you guys. Good night, everybody. Hold the line. Don't give an inch. See you guys.
Be out.